Hey booktubers, it's Jessica, and I actually haven't uploaded a book review in quite some time. I have been really busy reading, of course, taking care of the kids and the house and errands, and my son is in school now, so it's so much to think about right now. And yes, if I was to do a book review for all the books that I read this far this year, it probably would be about 74. So what I'm going to do is just do a book review on a book that I recently read, a series actually, and it is Poseidon by Anna Banks, and the second one in the series is of Triton. And I just want to say that this is one of my favorite covers, and it's actually a part in the book, so it's absolutely amazing, and I love it. I just love everything about it, and yeah, hopefully you're going. So yeah, I gave both of these books a 5-star in my Goodreads, which I will be linking that below. So go check that out if you feel free. I also have a Twitter, and I'll link that as well. So yeah, I just finished this one yesterday. I actually finished this one like a couple of weeks ago, but I'm in the middle of writing my own book, so like I didn't have any reading time. So of Poseidon, and this might be spoilers. So if you don't want any spoilers, then don't look at the rest of the video. But if you do, and you just want to know a little bit about it, I'll just speak about it, and then afterwards I'll do the spoilers. So I actually really like these two books a lot. It sort of gets right to the point. You pretty much can get what it is from. It's a fantasy mermaid book, and it's the first fantasy mermaid book that I've ever read, and I enjoyed it very much. So I'm really happy that this is the first mermaid book that I've read, because I have a strange obsession with Poseidon and the waters, and so I actually enjoyed reading about it. And yeah, it's great. So the main characters, which don't crucify me, I believe her name is Emma, if I'm correct. Her name is Emma, and the guy's name is a Gallon, and if I'm butchering his name, sorry. But yeah, so I think they're about maybe 16, 17, 16, 18-ish, anywhere in between. And basically, this stuff starts to happen to Emma. I believe it's a summer that she goes out to the beach with her friend. She bumps into Mermaid, but they don't know. She doesn't really know that that's who he is at the moment. And then from there, things just start to really escalate. Something dramatic happens in the beginning, which I'm not going to give away, but then the turns of events is that he's in her school, which is in a totally different state, and then they try to find out more about Emma, but she doesn't even know who she is. So slowly they start to sort of realize, hey, I think she is one of us, and it's Gallon, his sister, and their best friend. And so basically this one is just about Emma and finding out who she really is, which she is part of the sea. And she's part of, they don't call themselves Mermaid. And I'm horrible at this, and I feel so bad, but I don't really remember the name. But yeah, so she just basically just starts to discover herself, and then at the end is when you get this huge twist in the story, and you sort of know that it's coming, but you really don't know that it's coming. So it's nice to have that little twist, and it does leave off on a cliffhanger. Boo! Yay! Because I already had these second book. So this second one is leaving off exactly where the cliffhanger left off, which I love about books. If you leave on a cliffhanger, please start the book where you left off, and not like 5 years later, because then that just would totally suck. I want to know the in between. So this one really left off as soon as this one had the cliffhanger. So that's when it started off. Also, this one is more about everybody. And I'm going to say that Emma's mother has a huge role in this book. Huge. And I want to say that it's basically based on her mother. But I loved it anyways because there was still both of Galen and Emma inside the story, and their love is just amazing and beautiful and forbidden. But Galen doesn't care because he loves her and she's his mate, and he knows it and he feels it, and there's sort of this weird vibe that goes on when they touch each other's hands, or just in the same room they can just sense each other, and it's really well put and really well written. So Anna Banks is a great storyteller. And yeah, this one probably was my favorite out of the two, although I gave both of them 5 stars. But I mean, it's really small. It's not huge, but the text inside is actually pretty tiny for me, at least. But overall, very great books. If you're looking for a fantasy mermaid book, if you haven't read one yet and you're a little skeptical about reading a mermaid book, I suggest you go and get the Poseidon series. I gave it 5 stars, as I said. It's a great story with, young love and mystery and trying to basically figure out who you are. Whether it's of this country, of this world, of the underworld, of the sea world, anything. And yeah, it's great. It's great. I think my only little problem would probably be the title. And it's not even a huge problem, but if you read the book, you'll see what I mean. So, yes, one of my favorite covers recently of all time. Poseidon and Of Triton, and I give it 5 stars. Have a nice one.